guys, it's your girl Sierra here. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be about characters who evidently they didn't need a change, and I'm glad that they didn't. So it's just really looking into their character arc, their character development, and them not changing, and why I think that was completely fine for them as characters. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. Our first character up is none other than Peter. I mean, y'all should have seen this coming. So in the beginning, we get Peter. He is very entitled, douchebaggery, assholey, you know, all the words. Anyway, he's introduced as not a good person, to be quite honest. And I'm probably gonna do a part 2 because I just thought of a character that I did not consider in here. But anyway, he was just not introduced as a good guy whatsoever. I mean, literally, he is filming Manny without her top on when she's drunk. And as soon as she's not interested in him, he sends her video throughout the entire school. Like, really, dude? Just because she's not into you, that... See, this is why you can't be nice to some men. Like, you just can't. Like, you can't be nice to them. You can't. You just got to keep it moving. You can't speak to them, but at the same time, you can't tell them no. You just got to, like, I feel like you just got to act as if, like, they're not there. Maybe pretend to be blind for, like, a few hours until they disappear. Like, Peter gives that, like, oh, my God. It's just so frustrating as a character for that kind of introduction. Immediately, when you get that kind of introduction as a character, it's going to be extremely hard for you to redeem them because that is a despicable, disgusting act. Like, literally the worst. And he's not even really punished about it. I think he got, like, detention or whatever, or maybe, like, suspended for a week. I think that was, like, max. Because when he comes back and tries to speak to Emma, she's all like, oh, like, leave me alone, don't talk to me, or whatever. I'm like, Emma... You were with this man. Like, now all of a sudden he's dead to you because of Sean, but not because of Manny. Okay, we see where your loyalty lies. Okay, anyway. But after that, Peter as a character, he's just there, really. I mean, he is playing music with Studs. He's part of a band. He's dating Mia, which is fine by me because Mia is another, like, average character. Like, all she's is a teen mom and she's a model. Like, I mean, there's nothing interesting about her whatsoever. Like, she has no personality to me. I don't know if she has personality to anybody, but please let me know if Mia has a personality to you, because to me, she ain't got a personality. Like, she just doesn't. And so Peter's living the good life, I guess, ? And then we get into him having a drug addiction, which is mind-boggling to me. I'm like, okay, I guess this is the route we're gonna go down. Anyway, and him having that drug addiction for 2 episodes, I was like, wow, this is the most pointless plot I've ever seen in Degrassi. And that's saying a lot with the fact that they had Spinner and Emma get married. Like, that's another terrible thing that they did. But regardless, the drug addiction, it just didn't make sense to me for Peter to be addicted to drugs. I would see him more getting depressed and maybe, like, being stuck in the apartment more than anything, especially with Mia going off to Paris and feeling some inadequacy because, you know, Declan was being a dick. Like, that would make more sense. But drug addiction, like, really? Maybe it's because they hadn't had a drug episode in a minute, because the last time we had a drug episode was season 1 when Ashley took the ecstasy that Toby and JT were going to take. Maybe that's why. They were like, it's been a minute, we have to add it in here. I don't know. But let's move on to his relationships. Peter dates Emma. Like I said, Emma's loyalty lies in hell. I'm just being honest here. Isn't he with Darcy for a little bit? Didn't Peter? Yeah, Peter got with Darcy for a minute. I didn't care about the relationship either. I didn't care about Darcy either. to be quite honest. Like, Darcy to me is like Heather Sinclair. She's kind of forgettable, but also you kind of remember her. But at the same time, it's so hard because I don't know. Maybe because I just never cared for Darcy as a character. Like, I forget that Darcy is even like Claire's sister, because even when Darcy's gone, when Sinead Grimes goes off to do, I think she was on like 90210, never watched it. Darcy's never mentioned again. So literally, as someone who went on to, because I had watched the beginning of Degrassi, but the height of me watching Degrassi was very much when Claire, Allie, Connor, when they all started. That was like the height of me like really into Degrassi, and I could not remember Darcy for the life of me. Like, they mentioned her like twice, and I was like, who? So if you can't tell, that's my take on Peter and Darcy's relationship. I feel like it happened. I don't remember much. It's bad. It's so bad. Peter's with Mia, like I said, another character, just bland whatsoever. So I feel like his relationships were both bland anyway, which evidently is fine by me because of how he already dogged Manny by doing what he did. Him having relationships is fine by me. Like, just don't turn into a Rick and we'll be okay. Like, I'll pretend like you don't exist as long as you don't turn into a Rick. Anyway, but let's get into his parent relationships, or lack thereof. So him and his mom, they have a very weird relationship. I feel as if, like, there was a commenter who pointed this out, that maybe Hatzilakos felt guilty because of how Peter and his father didn't really have a relationship. So Hatzilakos kind of was a little bit lenient towards him because he didn't have his father really there for him. So she didn't want to possibly be too much of a father figure, but still trying to tend to Peter's needs as a mother, but without going too hard on him as a father would have gone a little bit harder on him. So she probably struggled with that balance of being a mother and being nurturing, but also wanting to hold him accountable. And she probably just really struggled with that, which I agree. Thank you for that comment. I forgot who it was, but I will probably put it up on the screen. But thank you for that. That was something I didn't think about because I forgot, to be quite honest, about Peter. Like, there's a lot of things about him that just go over my head. I'm like, well, he ain't shit anyway. And so the fact that he doesn't have a relationship with his father, he's just there. Like, which is weird, though, because of how he treated Manny. Like, if you have your mom, you have a female figure in your life. Maybe she was a little bit of maybe his mom was, maybe Hatzilakos was also maybe a little bit of a pushover, too. So he felt as if, like, he needed to have power and control. And so when Manny tells him, maybe when Manny tells him no, he feels like he doesn't have he's not getting the attention that he wants, so he acts out by obviously doing something completely heinous. I guess that makes sense now that I think about it. Still don't like him, but yeah. And then when his father ends up having a child with his new wife, girlfriend, whoever the fuck she is, Peter becomes like the father figure, brother figure. Like, he steps up by taking care of his baby sister. And his dad is just like, oh, frazzled, like, fine, yeah, keep her. I'm like, this man, if this man don't get the procedure done, I swear for God, because this man does not need to be having children, because you've never gave a fuck about Peter, and you don't care about this child that you just had with this other woman. Like, he had no business having kids. Which I will agree, because Peter, that is not his responsibility to take care of a baby because you don't know how to be a parent. That is not his responsibility whatsoever. But ultimately, it leads to the question, did he change in my eyes? No. And I say this because Peter never really had room to grow as a character, in my opinion. We get the drug addiction for 2 episodes. It doesn't make you feel sympathetic whatsoever towards Peter. At least for me, I don't feel sympathetic towards Peter with the drug addiction. Like, yeah, that was bad, but it was 2 episodes. And what? Like, a drug addiction is not just 2 episodes. It's not a week. It's something that probably starts in a week, but it ends up having lifelong consequences on a person's body, on their mental health, on their relationships. After that, everything's just like Disney Channel-ified, where his relationship is fine with Mia, even though she's in Paris, and he's like, "Oh, I'm doing better now." Like I said, it's very Disney Channel-ified with how they handle that situation. Him and his mom and his dad, like the parent relationship dynamic is not good, but Peter as a character, I don't feel like he ever changed or should be redeemed as a character, because he never really grew. He was never really given the chance to grow as a character. I don't know if maybe the team didn't have time to really flesh him out as a character. Maybe they were preparing to introduce someone else, or maybe they thought that he could have been the new Craig, but it just didn't go anywhere. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments below what you think. Let's move on to the next character, Zoe. Zoe's gonna have her own video too, so I'm gonna keep this as quick as possible because in Zoe's video I'll be diving a little bit deeper. So Zoe, in the beginning, she is a washed up celebrity starlet who gets kicked off a show, and so now she's at Degrassi telling people bonjour bitches. And she's very much her character as a I feel like as if Zoe as a character never really got to have a personality. Her personality is the character who she played on the show, Gatsby, which, by the way, why was her name Gatsby? Who wrote this? Like, who wrote the show to write West Side Story, and who named that character Gatsby? Like, we could have named that character anything else. I don't know. That is ugly. That is nasty work. I feel like that's one of the worst things that has happened. It's just like having a show with it. Oh my God. Anyway, moving on. So she's in Paris and she's being a heinous bitch towards Maya because she wants Miles, and Miles just like, okay, I don't even want him. Tristan wants him. And so Maya starts to like Miles a little bit, but she's not like giving into it because she knows that Tristan likes Miles, and Tristan believes that Miles is gay. He's not, you know, he doesn't go, we don't find out about Miles's like sexuality till much later in Degrassi. So yeah, Zoe gets with Miles, and then Miles breaks up with her while they're in Paris. And mind you, this is for the summer. The summer is approximately like 3 months. So you mean to tell me, I would say roughly 2 months, because I don't know how Canada's summer school works. Maybe they have 2 months. So you mean to tell me in the span of 2 months, Zoe and Miles get together and break up? So you mean to tell me they dated for probably approximately 3 weeks, and Zoe is that butthurt later on in Degrassi to be bullying Maya over a 3-week relationship? Are you fucking kidding me? Gross behavior. Because ain't nobody that attached to no man, teenager, 3 weeks later. I'm just saying. Okay? That's despicable work. And so she was constantly attacking Maya. She caused Maya to spill wine on her dress or whatever after Miles breaks up with her. Whatever. She has a constant need for validity and connection, blah, 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 blah. And so we get to the grape and her PTSD from it, which is terrible. Like, no character should have to go through that. And it didn't make me feel sorry for Zoe. Like, it's bad that she went through that, but Zoe as a character never redeemed herself afterwards. And I'm gonna get into that. She has a constant need for friendship, and she constantly is like always messing up Maya's life. Like, granted, Maya was already going through a whole bunch of stuff, but you literally have Zoe who not even steals, because Tristan was already a trifling person anyway. She gets Tristan, which, by the way, you can keep him. She is so pissed at Maya that she spreads fake nudes of Maya online. No one does anything about it. Maya's mom is like, turn the other cheek. I'm like, girl. I had a thought. It's very mean. You know what? Fucking, I'm gonna say it. I would have knocked her ass down. I would have literally kicked her little canes and she would have fell because I would be so pissed. Ain't no way I'm turning the other cheek. You gonna call the police on this hoe. Okay, we gonna file a report. I don't give a fuck if you got fancy lawyers. Bitch, we gonna go toe to toe because you already got a fucking record anyway about getting kicked off your show. Like, I'm sorry. Maya better than me because I would have kicked my mama's things off. I've been like, boop, oh, look at that, she did it. Now we gotta take her to court. I'm just saying, like, just such a trifling character, Zoe. And then literally when Zoe's not getting the attention from Grace, she sleeps with Zig. Zig is another terrible character. But she's always doing stuff to Maya. For what? I don't get it. She doesn't make sense to me as a character. And then really, after the Grape, she starts Degrassi nudes as a character who literally just went through Grape and assault. You're starting a Degrassi nudes. That doesn't make any sense. Like, did you learn anything from what you went through? Anything at all? And she's still a heinous bitch because she put it on Frankie. Again, she gets away with doing whatever she wants. So, no, I don't like her. Later on, she does question her sexuality and is into Rasha, and I don't care for it. I don't care. Be gay, be bi, I don't care. Zoe, I still hate you. So did she change? No. Why? Because she was always a heinous character, and she never learned her lesson. Because how does a character who is assaulted start Degrassi nudes afterwards and is still heinous towards other girls? I'm so confused. Pack it up, Zoe. Get out of here. Last one on my video is Jay. Jay at the beginning, we all know, he's literally the double of Degrassi. He's always getting characters to do things that they don't normally do. Spinner, snitches on, not even snitches. He gets Spinner to say that Jimmy was the reason why they were able to get the paint and the feathers onto Rick. Rick shoots Jimmy. And Jay's like, nah, you can't tell, he's like, you can't tell the principal Spin. I can get in trouble too. We can get suspended or expelled, blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, they do get, suspended and he comes back. And I don't know what to say. I mean, he sleeps with Emma out of all people. Like, well, not sleeps with her. Did they sleep together? It's very complicated with the dynamic because he does put the bracelet on her wrist when she doesn't do anything, and then later when she gets in the car with him, she's like, "Didn't we have fun?" I'm like, "Wait, did you or did you not?" Like, give him the sloppy toppy of the whirly whirl. Like, I'm so confused. Yeah, and then I like to call it the Manny effect. He is into Manny. Manny pretends that he's her boyfriend and his fiance. And that's really it for Jay as a character. Like, we don't really have him fleshed out at all. He's still a messy character. He just now has a love interest, but we never really like dive into his like actual character development and who he is as a character. So I definitely say he did not change because we never really got to see him change. We just got to see him in love. Like, that's it. Being in love doesn't mean you change. You're just in love. You're just in a relationship. You didn't really change because as soon as Manny even says anything out of pocket to him, as soon as she says something out of pocket to him about I think it was like her audition or whatever, about them breaking up or blah blah blah, it was something, I forgot what it was, but she said something out of pocket, and then he sent the makeout video for her audition tape, and I'm like, bro, really? Like, Jay was just never a good character, and he was never redeemed. He was just in love with Manny, and hey, fine by me, as long as you get off my fucking screen, okay? just move forward. That's just my opinion. But anyway, that's all I have for this video. If you like this video, be sure to like it. Comment below who I should add into the next video when it comes to characters that definitely did not have to change and didn't. So until next time, stay magical. Bye.